The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What is up? What's going on? Good morning to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July. Hope everybody had a little bit of time off and just was able to kick back and chill out for a little while. Enjoy the holidays, enjoy the family. Enjoy everything. Market was good over the holidays. Everything was good. Everything looked good. Everything was on the up and up. And man, I just enjoy the holidays and spending them with family, making sure that we're taking these moments in time to really, enjoy what we're building, enjoy what we have, enjoy all that stuff that we sometimes take for granted on a day-to-day basis. So, man, I hope everybody had the time and enjoyed it. Hopefully a day off, and just kick back and enjoy the family. Elmo, good morning, brother. How are you? Hope you enjoyed the 4th as well. What's up, Timsky? How are you? Good morning. I hope you enjoyed the 4th as well. I hope you took the time. Hope everybody, like I said, I hope everybody took the time to really, spend some time with family, just kick back and relax and just enjoy the day, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, man. And it was great, good to hear, Elmo. That's what it's about, man. And, we all work hard and we're all grinding out here, and anytime we get moments to really kick back and enjoy ourselves, we got to take advantage of the moments. Never get the moments back, right? So, let's go ahead and look at this market. And this market looking rough today, man. I was up early this morning looking at the market, looking at the overseas markets. Man, this market looks rough, man. The 4th Canadian day is on the 1st. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Yep, your Canadian day is a little different. All right, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the day, anyways, man. I hope you enjoyed it, anyways. Like we celebrated a little bit over here, man. So yeah, forget you're from Canada, so you got a different day. So yours on the 1st. But hey, the day is the day, right, man? Selma, what's going on, man? I hope you had a great day too yesterday, man. We had the day off yesterday here, so it was good, man. It was good. But I was up early looking at these markets, man. Pre-markets in the United States don't look that great today. I kind of drilled down a little bit into the Asian markets. The Asian markets, man, they closed terrible as well. And then I was over here looking at the European markets and how they kind of opened up a little bit earlier. Man, they don't look great either. And then you double back over here to the pre-markets in the United States, and they don't look great either. We got a short trading week. Market was closed yesterday, and then on the 3rd, it was really only traded for half a day. So, man, it was crazy. But these markets do not look good at all. Yep, we had a great long weekend. Weekend too. Good, man. I'm glad, Timski, man. Like I said, you got to enjoy these days, man, with your family, especially chilling with your family, relaxing, making memories. Because at the end of the day, we can look at these markets, we can do all this stuff that we do, but at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's all about hanging with family, making memories. You don't get all the memories back, so I was blessed. I got to spend a little bit with my mother, um, and everybody knows, there's not a lot of time left, with your parents as you guys get old, as we all get older. So, you know, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to still be able to spend the holidays with her, man. So that was a good day. But the markets looking a little rough, man. Looking a little rough today. And then we come over here to the crypto market. Um, it's sitting at a $1.26 trillion, $1.2 trillion market cap. It's down it's down 1.26% over the 24 hours. So starting to come down. Market's starting to lose a little bit of its lose a little bit of its steam that it gained over time over the last couple weeks. So Bitcoin sitting at $30,452. Ethereum's, I mean, it's still holding that 30,000 mark. I'd like to see it right around that 30,500. We're getting back close to that. I think that's kind of where we'll be. Ethereum still holding that 1,900 mark at $1,912, and as long as we can stay above that 1,900 mark, I think that's a good day for Ethereum. So the market itself, it's down, but it's not down terribly. First fourth without jumped on me for a minute, so I'm gonna hold on. First fourth without my mom. Put gotta keep pushing. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, some more. I remember that, man. Sorry to hear that, man. But you know, like I said, that's why I just hope everybody enjoys these holidays that they get to spend with their family. Because at the end of the day, everybody's time is limited, regardless of what you believe, what you don't believe. So just hope everybody had a great day. What's up, Big Watch? Yes. What's up to the DGs? Yes, we're DGs are in the building this morning doing our thing. So Big Watch dude is in the house. Uh, but yeah, the market's holding up pretty good. In my opinion, it's holding up pretty good as long as we can keep Ethereum above this 1,900 price right now. I think that's a good day for Ethereum, which keeps everything else moving. As long as but like I said, I'd like to see that Bitcoin price right around that 30,500 mark. I think that's the mark where I like to see it sit comfortably for a minute. We've been trading sideways, but I just like to see it push up a little bit more. BNB's holding in there; it's holding pretty strong. For everything, all the pressure that it's under right now with Binance, sitting at the $238. It's holding up okay. I'd like to see this thing back up around the $240 mark, and then just start to trade sideways there. It's got some good support there, so I want to see it get back up there. XRP, we keep dropping below that 50-cent mark, guys. And that 50-cent mark is where I'd like to see it, trade sideways for a little while. But XRP's got a lot of great news coming out around XRP. There's a lot of positive momentum around XRP right now. And I think it's just a matter of time before this thing's ready to rock and roll, and really start to make a push to the upside. I just think that, right now, we've been in a holding pattern for, over 2 years right now with XRP, right? And everybody's just kind of holding and waiting for this case. And we've been playing around between this, high 30-cent mark and 50-cent mark for a minute now. But I just think, everybody just hold on a little bit longer, and when this case finally settles itself, I think that everybody will be real happy with what they got going on. XRP just did release a new wallet. I've been doing a little bit of research into it, looking into it. Man, the wallet looks absolutely great. I think it's going to impress a lot of people. Have not downloaded it, have not used it yet, but from everything I'm reading and everything in the screenshots I'm getting, this XRP wallet looks really, really good. But I encourage everybody, if you own XRP, just hang on for a minute, because if this case is cleared, when this case is cleared up and this thing starts to get listed on all these tier 1 exchanges back here in the United States, I think you're going to see some real positive momentum here. There's a lot of built up demand for trading on XRP. So getting close. I always hesitate to say we're getting close, because I feel like we've been saying that forever. So I'm not even going to say we're getting close. I'm just going to say we're closer to the end than we are the beginning. So that's what I got to say about that. And that's what I'm standing on now. I mean, we keep saying, we're close, and then all of a sudden things start to push us backwards again. So, hey guys, I hate to keep beating a dead horse, but this has been bothering me. Why would Ripple have agreed to a 1 week extension, which gave the SEC time to file lawsuits before emails were released. I don't know why they gave them that 1 week extension and agreed to that, Big Watch, but I think you give that, in my opinion, I think you give that 1 week extension because you're confident in what you have. I don't think that you would give that 1 week extension if you thought that was going to hurt your case. I think that they were confident in what the outcome of that was going to be, and it didn't really bother them, right? But I don't fully understand why they gave that extension. It doesn't fully make sense to me. But I think that was the deal. I think that they were just a little confident, and they just kind of did their thing. There was like, yeah, it doesn't bother me. So I think that's the deal, Big Watch. That's the only thing I can come up with why they gave that. So Sky guys, I am driving. All right, man. Be safe, Elmo. Don't be out here wrecking your car or anything, man. Just be safe today. Make sure you get to work. and make sure you're safe out there on the road, right? So thank you for coming. Thank you for at least listening to us this morning. But yeah, Big Watch, that's all I got. I mean, that's the only thing I can possibly think of as a reason why, just the confidence that they had, in it. So, I mean, obviously the emails came out in their favor, right? So I'm pretty sure that they already looked at them. They already knew what they were going to say long before they came out to the public. And the SEC probably, wanted that week extension to try to play damage control. But I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but that's the only thing that I can wrap my head around that makes sense, right? Is that they were confident in what was coming out. So, what's the difference between a week here and a week there if you've already been at this for, over 2 years, right? So, but I think that this thing's got to wrap itself up pretty soon. I hope it wraps itself up pretty soon. I think the further that the XRP case drags along, the better it actually is for XRP. But I don't understand what's taking them so long to get a decision. No sense at all. No sense at all, because it's hard to identify the benefit for them. Yeah, it is. It's hard to identify the benefit, and that's kind of what I struggle with a little bit too. Big Watch was, how does that help you? But again, the inner workings of that and behind the scenes of what's going on, that's hard to say, right? Because we don't know exactly what was talked about inside that courtroom and behind them chambers, right? So I don't know. It's hard, but it's hard to see how that it didn't benefit Ripple at all. It benefited the SEC, but definitely didn't benefit Ripple. In my opinion, I didn't see a benefit to that for Ripple. But Polygon, it ran up a little bit this weekend. I may know over the past couple of days. I keep thinking it's the weekend because I had a day off yesterday. But it's sitting at 68 cents right now. It's up in the 70-cent range, over the past couple of days. So, Polygon seems to be hanging in there as well too, ever since that big dip that it took, when it was labeled a security. Took a big, huge dip way down into that 50 to 40 cent range, and it's starting to, it just seems to be hovering around the 60 to 70 cent range, and it just seems to be where it started to come back and how it's hanging out in that range. So, I just it'll be here for a long time. Chainlink had a nice bounce back past couple of days too. 7-day markets up like 5%. Had a nice little bounce back. I expected this thing to be performing in a $7 range by this point, but it is up to $6.34. But it's had it. All these cryptos have had their challenges when it comes to the SEC. So they've had some challenges and they've had some stuff going on that is driving the price down a little bit, but they all seem to be hanging in there really well. I'll tell you guys, the one that I'm really, really, really impressed with is Stellar. Stellar is up to 10 cents now. Now, we were buying Stellar way back when it was between 5 and 7 cents. It's up to 10 cents right now. It's doing really, really well over the last week. Over the last couple weeks, I will say, and it just goes to show you that these ISO coins are gonna perform well in the bull market. They're just going to perform well. In XLM, maybe I have this as being one of the top performers in the ISO coin at XLM and XRP along with Quant. I just think that they're going to perform really, really, really well in this next bull market. There's my boy Quant right there. It's hanging out at 106, 106. It's starting to come down a little bit, starting to lose some momentum, just like the rest of the market. Just starting to lose a little bit of momentum, but that we're a buyer here. Anytime this thing drops under $100, we're a buyer here of Quant. So I think that's as we see that thing drop, it's going to run. There's no doubt about it. It's going to run. But let's go over here and take a look at this market and from the bubble perspective, catch up on this chat a little bit. I see Dr. Rob dropped in here. Good morning, Doc. Good morning. Hope your weekend was. I hope your 4th was good. Hope you spent it the way you wanted to. Spent it with family. Spent it with doing what you wanted to. We talked about that a little bit earlier about how spending these holidays with family are so important. Not everybody has not all of our family members have a long time left. And as we get older and these holidays and spending them with family, it is so important. So I hope you had a good holiday. What's good, Lena? What's good? Good morning. Good morning. You got coins like Star J, Filecoin or Selmo. I do like Filecoin, and I'll tell you why I like Filecoin. I put a video out the other day about colleges moving a lot of their information to blockchain because the Web 2 servers are getting bogged down, and they're losing a lot of the information from college admissions and financial aid information and things like that. And people are forgetting their passwords, or links are getting broke, and their cloud services are no good. So you've seen a lot of these big name colleges like MIT, Cal Berkeley, Stanford, and a whole bunch of people like that starting to move a lot of their data to blockchain. And Filecoin was mentioned all the way throughout that article. So if this can take hold in the if this can take a hold in the college atmosphere, and they really start to use Filecoin and blockchain technology to store the data, I think Filecoin's got a bright future. Have not invested in it yet, but it's definitely on my watch list of coins to really look at, because of that. And if they really start to roll that out here in the United States, and they really start to move your college information over to blockchain, and they use Filecoin, I'm in, because if the bigger colleges are doing it, then this every other college will follow. Nice rest, Daniel. Need the day off. Need the day off, bro. Yeah. I needed some rest too. Like I was resting up, spending it with family, resting up, moving from family to family, and moving from family house to family house. So, I kind of got to eat for free yesterday, so that was good. I have see a coin. Okay. I'm gonna look into that one, but I am looking at Filecoin as one of these short lists for me now. If this thing takes off. Good morning, Lena. Shall we call you shall we call you Miss Ultra? Miss Ultimate, yeah. Oh boy. Lena, though, congratulations for real. You and Ray. Congratulations. Big Wide Stock, Somo, Daniel, thank you. Yeah, Lena, congratulations, man. That's always an exciting experience. So congrats. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at, Somo. But I am going to start to look at some other coins too that I need to add to my bag. So I'll go ahead and put that SIA coin on there and have a look at it. But I'm definitely looking at Filecoin if this thing takes off, because my thought is if they start to do this with the colleges and universities here in the United States, and they all get on board, then maybe colleges in other countries will also follow suit. And if they can pull that off, then I think, man, sky's the limit, right? Miss Ultra is what Miss Ultimate is what Mr. Ultimate prefers, but I'll always be good old Lena. Yes, you will always be Lena. You will always be Lena. Lena and international. Oh man. So here we are, guys, man. We're pretty red on the day. The whole market's red, and you come in here to the hour, it's not looking any better. This thing's starting to bleed off pretty good. We're down to like 1.2 trillion market cap. It's down a little bit, but this thing's starting to bleed off slowly, pretty good. And I do expect a down day in the market today. I don't expect for the United States to wake up and pump this market up. And one of the biggest reasons why I can say that is because the Asian markets, I mean, they closed and it was a bad day in the markets for the Asian markets. And when the European markets woke up and they started to trade a little bit ahead of the United States, they're getting killed too, right? These European markets are getting killed. And then you come over here to the pre-markets in the United States and they're not looking any better, right? So I'm not expecting this market to turn around today. I'm not expecting this thing to go. I'm not expecting it to rebound from where it is now. But we're gonna trade sideways for a little while. Doc, stop snitching. 3 weeks. 3 weeks is a record. Oh my God, Lena. 3 weeks is a record. Oh my God. But yeah, I'm not expecting this thing to move. Doc and Lena are added in the chat, man. It's always a good day when they're added in the chat. But did you guys check out Bone over the weekend though? Like Bone took a rock. Bone moved this weekend. I mean this week. I keep thinking it's the weekend. I keep saying that. So we've been talking about Bone, and I told you guys that I got a short bag of Bone for the short haul, right around that 73 to 75 cent level. And this thing took off the last couple days. Go to the 7-day here. The last couple days got up to around 109. Now it's sitting at 105. It's come down a little bit, but this thing's been on a nice ride up. And I have multiple bags of Bone for multiple levels. But I did buy that short bag. Didn't quite get to my sell price yet. But it was nice to see that thing ride. But if this thing does move down any further today, I'll sell that short bag and go ahead and buy that dip again. But this thing moved. So Shibarium, I think, is closer than what people think. If you look at the reports, it's definitely closer than what everybody's thinking for coming out. And you see the big whales start to put their money in Bone, and that lets you know, like they know more than we know. So yeah, if you guys look, the market cap keeps dropping. It's down to 1 trillion. When we started, it was at 1.2 trillion. Now it's sitting at 1.19 trillion. So continues to come down. I think that's going to be the theme of the day, is you're going to see that market cap continue to come down. It's just not good. It's just not a good time in the market right now. And we're looking at 2 more rate increases coming up from the Fed. You're looking at a housing issue right now. A lot of things going on. You're looking at a lot of CBDCs coming out. You're looking at a lot of things that are getting ready to hit the cryptocurrency market that I don't think that we're ready for a big moonshot. Daniel, wallets are still having issues connecting. Yeah. Uniswap came out with their V4, and not a lot of wallets are trying to integrate into that V4, and they're having some issues swapping on Uniswap because of the integration of this Uniswap V4. And it's every single wallet that needs to make this upgrade. So the problem, I was reading a little bit about it this week, this morning and yesterday. Some of the wallets, they just haven't made this upgrade yet, but keep looking for them upgrades on your app store, because they're going to have to upgrade the whole wallet to go to this Uniswap V4 DApp. You're looking at a wallet upgrade itself. So, make sure you're in them app stores looking for the upgrades to the SafePal wallet, MetaMask wallet, all that stuff, because it's a bigger issue than what than just could be fixed behind the scenes. So, but yeah, everybody's having failed transactions. Everybody's having problems. Everybody's having connection issues. When it comes to trading on Uniswap and the connectivity with the wallets. And I tried to buy something. I tried to buy a little something yesterday, and I went right to the Uniswap website and tried to connect my wallet right from there, and I had the same issue. It failed. It failed transaction. I didn't even go through the. I didn't even go through the D app and SafePal, and everybody knows I use SafePal. I went right to the website, and I had the same issue. I thought maybe I would bypass it. What's the deal with KuCoin? With selling and trading. KuCoin is gonna make everybody KYC someone. And what they're saying is they're gonna make everybody KYC, and if you didn't KYC, then you're only going to be able to trade. You're not going to be able to deposit and withdraw after a certain date. And I believe that date's either over or fast approaching. I'd have to go back and look at the short I put out to see exactly when that date was. But if you don't KYC, you're not going to be able to deposit and withdraw off a KuCoin. You're only going to be able to trade. And every new person that goes to KuCoin has to KYC even to trade. So the people that are currently on there will be able to trade, but if you didn't KYC, you're not going to be able to deposit and withdraw. So you know how before you could put money on, take off without KYC in, that's not the case anymore. SafePal says last update 11/17/22. Yeah, I didn't get a SafePal update either. Joy, good morning. Glad you're here. I didn't get I haven't got a SafePal update either, but I'm expecting one pretty soon. But Selmo, that's the deal with KuCoin is they're gonna make everybody KYC, and obviously this is to meet regulation, right? They want to meet regulation. They don't want to get a letter, so they don't want to get one of them letters that say "come see me," right? So that's why they're doing it. I don't have any money on KuCoin, but I know a lot of people do, and that's one of the deals that they got going on. So spot Bitcoin ETF approval by SEC is fairly high. Says Bernstein. I agree with him. I think that the SEC can't kick this can down the road anymore. I think the ETFs, I mean, they're pushing back. The SEC is pushing back. They don't want to approve these ETFs, but I think that the sentiment out here is so high for these ETFs, and you have enough big players pushing these ETFs that they're not going to be able to continue to say no or throw roadblocks in the way of these spot ETFs for Bitcoin. So eventually they're going to have to say yes. And I think what's going to happen is you're going to see probably BlackRock and Fidelity get the first two. In my opinion, that's what's going to happen. And then they're going to play this thing out and they're going to see how it goes before they approve anymore. But I think BlackRock and Fidelity will get the first two. I don't think that they can keep basically, denying the ETFs when you have so much money tied up in applying for them. So I agree with this article here that it's inevitable. And moving more and more towards the ETF conversation. BlackRock includes Coinbase, SSA. And it's not only about BlackRock approving. What's up, Curtis? Good morning. It's not only about BlackRock partnering with Coinbase for their ETF. It's about Fidelity also partnering with Coinbase for their ETF as well. Coinbase is becoming a major player in this ETFs conversation. in custodian that crypto and making sure that Coinbase is relevant in the conversation. And I think it has a lot to do with their affiliation with BlackRock. Um, and how BlackRock is, backing Coinbase, and they also back Circle, right? But really, this is a Coinbase conversation. So really, with BlackRock's affiliation with Coinbase, I think that they've kind of brought Fidelity into the conversation, so that Coinbase was backing Fidelity's ETF as well, is backing Fidelity's ETF as well. And I don't think that this is the last you're going to hear from Coinbase and these guys backing these ETFs. I think Coinbase is probably going to be the biggest player in the game for backing these Bitcoin ETFs. And because they're going to be one of the biggest players in the game for backing these Bitcoin ETFs, they're probably going to be one of the bigger players in the game for backing the Ethereum ETFs as well, because the framework's going to already be in place. And I think a lot of this is being driven by BlackRock, and BlackRock's driving a lot of these other, corporations towards Coinbase, and really showing that Coinbase can back their ETF, and that they can be the custodian of what they have going on from an ETF standpoint. So I think Coinbase has positioned itself really well, and I think Coinbase is going to come out of this thing looking like an absolute monster when it comes to these ETFs. And man, you see the Coinbase stock. I was going to pull it up, but I forgot to pull it up this morning. If we would have bought into that, and I didn't, and I thought about it, at $50, it closed on July 3rd at right around $80, $89, $90. And it may very well hit 100 today as the markets open. And if we would have bought into that at 50, when the SEC sued them, then we could have that would have been a double up right there. But a lot of it has to do with these ETFs that they're backing. And I don't know. I think that if they continue to back these Bitcoin ETFs and then they move to the Ethereum ETFs, you're going to see that Coinbase stock, probably back up into that $200-$300 level. So that's a good one. Oh my God, Somo, my down with XRP. It's one of my biggest bags, man. That's one of my biggest bags of crypto is XRP. I've been accumulating XRP since it was 30 cents. When it was down in 30-cent range, Selmo, I freaking loaded up, and I got different bags to sell at different levels, man. Hell yeah, I'm down with XRP. Are you kidding me? I mean, I am XRP is probably one of my, not even probably, it's a top 3 bag for me. And in some wallets it's top, and in some wallets it's top 2. I own a lot of XRP and a lot of XLM, a lot. Coinbase will go back to the 300s in the next stock bull run. I think so too, Doc. I think Coinbase, that stock's gonna blow up, and the more and more ETFs that they get involved with, the further that stock's gonna rise. And I'm just pissed off I didn't get it at $50. I played around and I thought, yeah, we're not gonna see a big push on that. But man, I woke up the next day, it was at like 70, and woke up the day after that, it was sitting up at $80. And I'm like, I'm not gonna buy it at 80 when I could have bought it at 50. I should have bought it at 50. I had it. I was close. I had the order set. Yeah, you know me. Yeah, you ain't lying. I'm down with XRP. You know me. I've been loading up on XRP for like 2 years. I drew a picture of my my mommy, but you you couldn't make my day. Oh, hip hop morning, man. Hip hop morning. Hey DG, what do you think about BlackRock refiling BTC paperwork? I think it's a good move for BlackRock to refile. I think that they probably had a conversation with the SEC, and the SEC probably told them where they were going to fall short with their application, and they went in refiled, and that's just, it was part of the game. My opinion was it was part of the game. They said, here's where your application falls short. Go ahead and fix these things and refile, and we'll probably push it through. And I think that's what I think happened. Agreeing to Coinbase as well, in BlackRock, as far as Coinbase goes, like, you got to remember, like, they're highly invested in Coinbase, right? So they weren't going to use anybody else. I mean, they were going to go where their money is, right? And BlackRock is, like, people don't realize it, but BlackRock is highly, highly, highly invested in Coinbase. And they actually sit on a lot of the boards for Coinbase, and BlackRock's going to push a lot of that big business to them. So I think you're going to see a lot going on with Coinbase in this market, this ETF market. My biggest bag as well here, bro. Yes, I believe in XRP, brother. Like, no, I just want this case to move. I want this case to move. XRP might retire me. That's the way I look at it. We need that fake Gensler news to, yeah, that fake Gensler news, man. It got everybody. That AI news for Gensler got everybody. Got me, got everybody. But what does surveillance partner what does surveillance partner mean? It just means that, basically, to put it in the easiest terms possible, it means that they're going to make sure that BlackRock has the has the Bitcoin that they need in order to run their ETF, and then they're going to hold it, right? They're going to hold that Bitcoin. They're going to make sure that it's in that wallet, and then if Bitcoin drops, they're going to make sure that they can offset that Bitcoin by buying, that BlackRock's buying more. They're just going to make sure that the Bitcoin that's in that ETF, let's say it's 1,000 Bitcoins that are in that ETF, they're going to make sure that 1,000 Bitcoin is there, and they're going to make sure that that dollar value is sitting pretty in that ETF. Basically, it's a custodian. You know what I'm saying? They're holding that crypto, and making sure that it's there, both for BlackRock and Fidelity. So when you look at it, think about it as Coinbase is holding it, and that Bitcoin is basically staked away forever. Yeah, I agree. XXI says I agree. BlackRock's gonna set it off. Yeah, I think so too. BlackRock will set it off, and BlackRock is going to set Coinbase off too. I mean, they're just in bed together. Like, they're highly invested together. So yeah. I mean, basically, you think about it. If BlackRock's ETF is 1,200 Bitcoin, they're going to take that 1,200 Bitcoin and they're going to put it in a wallet over here, and Coinbase is going to watch that wallet. They're going to make sure that nothing happens to that wallet. They're basically going to lock that thing away, and nothing can happen with that. And then they'll do the same thing with Fidelity, and they'll do the same thing with everybody else that BlackRock pushes its way, right? And then you can basically say that, that stuff is staked away. It's never to be touched. XXI creeping. XXI in the background. He's just listening, getting his stream in this morning. I know Ripple is stalling on Citigroup. Yeah. Ripple has, Ripple is already doing business with Bank of America. That's been going on forever. Like Ripple and Bank of America have had a partnership for a long time. And then Citigroup as well. So Ripple's far from out of the banking industry in the United States. People think that Ripple's out of the banking industry in the United States because of the lawsuit and all this stuff. And Fed now doesn't use Ripple and things like that. So you hear all this stuff, right? Ripple is far from out of the banking industry in the United States. They're actually probably more integrated into the banking system in the United States than any other blockchain. I love seeing all of these big money fund managers fight, fighting over who gets the first Bitcoin spot ETF. Yeah, me too. I like it. I like to fight, Big Watch. I like to see all of this big money come in and start to try to position themselves as to who's going to be first, who's going to set the market, who's going to get that first spot ETF, all that. But really, at the end of the day, it's really not a fight. It's really BlackRock. BlackRock has the most money. They have the most influence. So I think it's going to be BlackRock followed by Fidelity, and then everybody else going to come behind it. But I do not think that everybody that's applied for a spot ETF, a spot Bitcoin ETF, will get approved. I think there will be more people left out than are approved. And I think that some of the people that are left out, I think they'll instantly jump on Ethereum ETFs. But then you'll see BlackRock, Fidelity, and all the rest of these big players come in and scoop up the Ethereum ETFs as well. Raphael, good morning to you. Good morning to you, man. Can't type when I'm at work. Yeah, we know you're always grinding, XXI. Always, man. It's always good, man. But I know you're always grinding. Yeah, you guys hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Push me up in the old algo. Hit me up push me up in that old algorithm. Yeah, no, XXI, we know you're always grinding, man. So I appreciate the grind, brother. Dr. Rob, XXI, everybody saying hi to each other. What's good? It's good, Raphael. Sir, everyone. Dude, but I think you're gonna see the same fight happen with this Ethereum ETFs. I think you're setting the tone for that right now. It's all been set. It's all been set. We're just gullible. Yeah, this thing, I agree with Elmo. Like everything that is happening right now has been, a year-long setup, right? They've been setting the tone for this for a while. With the whole lawsuits thing and the whole thing that's going on with labeling certain cryptocurrency securities, because here's what I think is going to happen with these cryptocurrencies that they labeled a security. You have to look at the bigger picture and the bigger game at play here, right? So you have a lot of these big mutual funds that are getting ready to become exchanges, right? And a lot of these big mutual funds are already brokers that can sell securities because they already deal with the stock market, right? So I think that they picked these cryptocurrencies that they labeled a security, and eventually what you're going to see is you're going to see the SEC come out and say you can only buy these cryptocurrencies that we labeled a security on the exchanges that have broker license to sell securities, which are only these big market uh, cryptocurrency exchanges, right? And like when you let's take Matic for example. So they're gonna say the only place that you can buy Matic is over here on Fidelity's cryptocurrency exchange or the new cryptocurrency exchange where all of these partners came together. And that's going to be the only place that you're going to be able to buy Matic in the United States on a cryptocurrency exchange. So everybody else going to have to delist it. So they're going to start driving the traffic over there to them. I think that's what's going to end up happening. And they're going to say because these guys have the only broker licenses that you're able to buy these on, right? And I think Coinbase will fall into that mix now. I think Coinbase, you'll see them get a broker license. You'll see them be able to pull that off. But I think that's why they went after FTX. I think that's why they went after Binance. I think that's why they went after Kraken, to shut all of these guys down so they don't have to deal with these guys when it comes to these broker licenses and listed securities and things like that, so that they can control it over here on the other side. I think that's kind of where we're at. So I can see that happening sooner rather than later. Don't you think it's all because it's all been set up by the big guys already, and they are just they're just playing with us. Yeah, I do think they're playing with us, and I think that the congressional hearings it's a game too. I think that these are a game too. Like you hear everybody, getting on, and this is an unpopular opinion for me, right? Like not a lot of people agree with what I'm saying, but I think these congressional hearings, when they get on Gensler, they're all a dog and pony show, right? That's all they are. They're a bunch of clowns that are in a circus, and we're just the audience, right? It's a dog and pony show, because if they wanted Gensler gone, they're his boss, right? They could get him gone anytime they wanted. And the fact that he's still there, he's just a puppet in the circus. So they come out, they make this big circus. They think everybody, they want everybody to think that they're protecting them from, the big bad Gensler. And at the end of the day, they're all sitting behind the scenes going to Gensler. How can we make cryptocurrency beneficial to the people that are still rich, right? And the people that are rich, and them guys in Gensler are actually working together to come up with a show, and you're seeing the results of it. You're seeing these exchanges, you're seeing these Bitcoin ETFs, you're seeing big money start to come in. This is all a result of everything that they've set us up for a long time. And it's not by accident. And it's not by accident that you see things like this that I have up on the screen right now, where Binance Australia's offices were, they were searched by the financial regulators out in Australia. I think that all of the nations are kind of working together to kind of come up with this collaborative cryptocurrency takeover. Basically, it's a takeover. It's a takeover from the small guy, and Congress is just as guilty as Gensler. Get that voice, activate. Get that voice activated. Headset XXI. Oh boy, XXI is grinding, man. XXI and Elmo, like they grind. And that's why I appreciate both of them. They're always grinding. That's kind of what I was thinking. If you look at my quick and my question to DG earlier about Ripple, could they be involved in they're involved. I don't think Ripple's involved. I think Ripple really is I think Ripple is just a Ripple is a byproduct or or collateral damage, right? Uh Ripple's collateral damage, FTX's collateral damage, Binance's collateral damage. Um all of these guys are collateral damage to the bigger plan in play. And FTX was a pawn to start. Yeah, a pawn, collateral damage. Call it what you want, but that's my feeling is, you know, because in this world that we live in, you have power players, and then you have everybody else, and then you have a bunch of collateral damage. And what you're starting to see now is you're starting to see the collateral damage play itself out. You got to remember, Binance and FTX were some of the biggest exchanges in the United States. And if they could take them two out, it would pave the way for all of these big mutual funds to start their own cryptocurrency exchanges, right? So, and that's exactly what happened. And, FTX and Binance became collateral damage, and XRP became collateral damage because XRP was a direct attack to the current financial system as it exists today. And they had to do something to slow them down in the United States. So they sued them. And once they slowed them down, then it gave the big banks the opportunity to catch up, right? And the big mutual funds the opportunity to catch up to what was going on because they were behind. And XRP is just another piece of collateral damage to them, I agree with Elmo. I've been watching a movie this week. Yeah, I agree with Elmo too. Like a lot of collateral, and I don't think we're done seeing the collateral damage either. For the past 2 years. For the past 2 years, really, yeah, it's been a while, and this is all a setup. This is definitely a setup. If you go back and you look at how it all unfolded from start to finish, and everything that's happened, and you start to put the pieces together, you can start to see the show. You can start to see the show, and you can start to see exactly what happened. Okay, I could see them. I could see them being collateral damage, but once they found out the truth, they played they played along knowing they were sometimes you got to play along, sometimes you got to go along to get along, right? Big watch, sometimes you got to go along to get along, right? I think XRP is doing everything that it possibly can to win this case and come out of here not a security. And sometimes, if that means that sometimes you gotta play the game a little bit on some certain issues, then you play the game. You play the game, and they very well Ripple could be very well playing the game behind the scenes a little bit. But do you blame them? I mean, they're hundreds of millions of dollars into this lawsuit. They're right at the tip of winning, right? And they're not only fighting the SEC, but they're fighting Congress as well, who's coming behind the scenes, basically, putting this dog and pony show on for everybody. And Ripple's ultimate goal is to do business everywhere in the world, right? Why would you isolate the United States if you just play ball for a little while? So I can see them playing a little bit of ball. That's not me calling you. That was work. That was work, Doc. But I definitely, I could see them. I could see Ripple playing a little bit of ball. I could see them saying, if we hold off for a week on these emails, it's going to help the SEC kind of, play collateral damage on this, and you know, and what? No harm, no foul, right? The email's still coming out. No, I didn't blame them if they're going to be if they're going to be deemed a non-security. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to be deemed a non-security anyways. Big watch. Ripple was always a yeah, I think so too. Selma. But big watch, I agree. I think you got to. Um, it Ripple was always collateral damage. You know, uh, and because Ripple literally was the only cryptocurrency at that time that was challenging the banking system as it currently exists, right? They had to do something with Ripple. They had to take Ripple, they tried to take them out, right? They tried to just fold them because Ripple at the time, you got to remember, like over 2 years ago now, Ripple legitimately was the only cryptocurrency that directly took on the banks. Everything that Ripple did, they directly took on the banks, and they could have scrapped the whole banking system as it currently exists in the world, with what Ripple had going on at the time, right? Ripple was actually working on onboarding and offboarding everything, plus cross-border payments, plus all this other stuff that they had going on. And it would have collapsed. It had the ability to collapse the banks if it actually took hold and really started to rip and run, um, as it was being rolled out. And that scared the hell out of the United States, and it scared the hell out of a lot of other countries. And they had to swoon, and they became collateral damage. They became collateral damage to the system that currently exists, and that's where we are today, right? That's the same story that we're talking about today, is them guys becoming that damage. And unfortunately, it is what it is, for them. But I think that they probably did play a little bit of ball, and I don't blame them. If I was, I've said this from day one. If I was Ripple, I would have took, I would have taken a, I would have taken the deal. I would have taken a deal that labeled me a non-security, right? Labeled me a commodity, and would have said, okay, we sold XRP on a pre-sale that was against the law, and give me my fine and label me a non-security, and let's move on, right? But Ripple decided to fight the whole thing, which, okay, I respect that, right? I respect the fight, but ultimately, I think they're going to end up in the same place they would have ended up if they would have just took the deal. They probably would have been at least $100 million richer, but they just need to clear that case. They need, at this point, they need to clear that case. And if that means that they need to play ball, then they need to play ball. They were a dual threat. Yeah, they were, Big Watch. They were a dual threat to the banking system and SWIFT, into a lot of other banking systems, not only in the United States, but around the world. They had to deal with Ripple. They had to. If they didn't, we'd probably be having a whole nother conversation today. This case is going to help. Is going to help Ripple. Ripple. Either way, they go. Yeah, it will. in this case, like and here's how I think about it, Somo. You think about XRP, right? And think about Ripple in general, right? How many people know about XRP and Ripple because of this lawsuit, right? Not because of any of the technology that they have or what they were doing before they got sued or any of that, right? But they know about them specifically because of this lawsuit. And how many people invested in XRP specifically because of this lawsuit, that this is where they learned about XRP, right? So this lawsuit actually has been beneficial for XRP and Ripple because it is actually giving them free, I don't want to say free publicity. They paid hundreds of millions of dollars for this publicity, but it's actually made them more of a mainstream name than they probably would have been at this time had they not been sued. There's an interview floating around that shows Brad Garlinghouse admitting they're a threat to Citibank's liquidity. Yeah, I think I seen that interview, Big Watch, where they were not only Citibank's liquidity. There's a couple banks that they were a threat directly right to their liquidity pool, and there was a bank I want to say that was in Europe that they were a direct threat to their liquidity pool as well. Projects like SHIB will be safe. Will be safe because they can't even be labeled. They're decent. Yeah, I think projects like SHIB, they're truly decentralized, right? They're a renounced contract. They have no CEO. There's nobody. If you look at the criteria that they used on Bitcoin, right, it's the exact same criteria as SHIB, right? Really, SHIB fits that criteria to a T. If you take the Bitcoin criteria and you drop it down on SHIB, they check every box. That's a good point. That's a good point, guys. And the lawsuit has the lawsuit also has gained them some some credibility. Yeah, I think so. I think the lawsuits gained them a lot of respect, from a lot of different people too. Like, I mean, when you talk about respect, I think XRP has the respect of a lot of people, a lot of people. And the thing about XRP is, in Ripple, is they don't need. I mean, it's nice for them to be in the United States because it's a big it's a big generation of revenue for them. But XRP and Ripple are running just fine outside of the United States. They're running just fine. But obviously, when they get back into the United States and they influx themselves into this ISO system, it's over. It's over for a lot. It's over for Swift. XRP will take Swift. It's just over for Swift. I don't care how many upgrades Swift makes or where Swift is taking itself. It's over for them. And me and Sean, the Crypto Smith, talk about this all the time because he's a big XRP guy too. And you will know when XRP has reached the levels where XRP needs to reach when you're using XRP and you don't even realize you're using XRP. When you're making so many cross-border payments are being made and you don't even realize that you're exchanging an XRP because the big banks are using it so much. And that's what's going to happen. It's just what's going to happen. And people are going to go to the bank and they're going to make cross-border payments or they're going to be exchanging, stuff from bank to bank, and they're going to be using XRP, and they're not even going to be realizing that they're using a cryptocurrency out of XRP, and that's when XRP you know that XRP has arrived. Going to Vegas next year for the XRP XRP Expo in May. Some will send me the information on that. DM me the information on that. I'd love to go to that. But I'm gonna leave you guys with this for the morning, and I'm gonna jump off because you guys can hear my phone going nuts over here from work. Threads, Instagram and Facebook is going to set up a new app directly as a direct competitor to Twitter. It's called Threads. Not quite sure how it's gonna do, but you have Facebook and you have Instagram users, and there's a lot of them, guys. And so there's this new social media platform called Threads. I have not downloaded it yet, have not looked at it yet, but I will. I think I'm going to go ahead and have a look and just see what they have to offer. But they have been pumping this thing up for days. It's going to launch on Thursday, which is tomorrow. And basically they're looking at this as a direct competitor to Twitter. And when you look at some of the layouts, and this is just, I've been looking at this thing over the past couple of days. It looks, functions, and feels just like Twitter. And not quite sure if this thing's going to take off, if it's not going to take off, what it's going to do. But just kind of putting it out there to you guys that there will be a direct competitor to Twitter here. And this isn't a new business. It's not a new startup. Like, this is literally in Facebook and Instagram, having a direct target right at Twitter. Some of the features that are on there, I'm not quite sure yet. I do believe that they will have thread rooms, from what I read, much like Twitter Spaces. They're going to have a lot of Twitter features on there. They do say that they're going to have a live feature on there as well. So you're actually able to go live via video on there as well. So looks like something. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna see what it's all about. But understand there is a direct competitor to Twitter out here. I know Twitter is the crypto king right now, where everybody gets their crypto news, and crypto lives on Twitter. Basically, if you're a cryptocurrency and you're not on Twitter, you're probably not gonna make it. But with this competitor out here, we'll see where it goes. We'll see what it does. But I like to bring you guys all kinds of news. So that this is one of them here. I'm definitely gonna look into it. Definitely gonna see what's going on with it. And comes out tomorrow. Gonna see what's going on with it. Tinfoil hat time. Do you think Immutable X can sneak in on XRPs? No, I don't think anybody's going to sneak in on XRP's territory. I think XRP's in a league of its own, and everybody else is following. I'll have a great day. Thank you, Elmo. Thank you so much for staying with us this morning. Thank you so much for always supporting me in general. So I really appreciate you. Good for monetizations. Monetization sounds like yeah, I think so. We're gonna see. I can tell you guys that if they come out with a monetization platform that is anywhere that's any decent at all, they have a good chance of getting a lot of the cryptocurrency over here, because right now Twitter doesn't have a great monetization policy. So if they can pull that off, then there's a good chance that a lot of people will move over here. It launches tomorrow. We'll be will be interesting. Will be interesting to see how crypto community reacts. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting to see, Big Watch. I'm gonna kick back. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna see how crypto community reacts to it. I'm gonna see if a lot of people may come over here. Um, if it has a good monetization piece to it, I can see a lot of the big cryptocurrency influencers coming over here and trying to build up their communities, because right now Twitter doesn't really, I mean, Twitter's going to roll out a monetization policy that's decent, but right now it just hasn't um got there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing unfolds. And you have a built-in community with Instagram and Facebook already. So there's a, you have a built-in, you're not building this thing from scratch. There's built-in community already. Might it get a XRP boom room boom room with threads? Yeah, hey, if I open up an XRP room in there, you gonna co-host it with me? That's the question of the hour right there. And I'll let you guys chew on that. So with that, guys, I'll let you guys go for the day. I appreciate every single one of you. Appreciate all you guys. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out the door. And we'll do this thing again tomorrow. And maybe if Threads is out and I sign up by tomorrow, by sometime, maybe we'll go ahead and show a little bit here in the morning if it's up and running, and see what it's all about, right? We always like to test new things out. My only concern is Meta Facebook wants to share all your info. Yeah, that is a big concern, and Elon's trying to protect your info. I don't fuck with Facebook. Me either, Big Watch. I haven't been on Facebook in months. All right, so I'm gonna hold you to that. If Threads takes off, I'm holding you to that. So, all right, with that, guys, have a great morning. Appreciate every single one of you guys. Be safe. Make sure you're taking profits today. The market looks like it's on its way down. So if you're in profits, make sure you are securing your money. Don't be somebody else's exit liquidity. Make sure you guys tune into Dr. Rob today at noon. He's going to have a space, and we all going to be locked in and listening. So make sure you guys tune into him at noon. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning, or maybe a little bit later on in somebody else's YouTube stream. But you guys have a great day, and see you guys at 12 today on Dr. Rob's stream. And appreciate every single one of you guys. Be safe today. Take your profits. Do not be somebody else's exit liquidity. And remember, the only thing that you owe anybody is nothing. And what you owe yourself is the money that's in your pocket. So with that, I'm out. Have a great day.